Hello, gem hunter. Did you know you could be stepping into a diamond mine and not even realize it? It may seem unbelievable, but the stones you find every day in your garden can hide a fortune, and almost no one realizes it. Imagine discovering, by accident, that an ordinary rock can be worth millions. This isn't a fantasy. It's the reality of someone who knew how to pay close attention to what was right under their feet. And the best part? This secret is within everyone's reach. You just need to learn to recognize the signs. In today's video, you'll discover how to identify these rare stones and turn something seemingly simple into a great opportunity. If you're curious to learn how, like it now and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any tips I'll reveal throughout this video. So, stay with me, because what you'll learn here could change your life. Have you ever stopped to think that the stones around you might hide something far more valuable than you imagine? Every rock, every piece of earth you see, could be a guardian of secrets dating back to ages past. At first glance, they may seem like ordinary elements of the landscape. But if you look closer, you'll begin to realize that nature speaks in subtle ways. Since ancient times, our ancestors knew that beneath the stones and rocks lay hidden riches and wisdom. They understood something we often forget. Beauty and value lie in what we don't see at first glance. Nature has more to offer than just landscapes and trees. It holds profound mysteries that, when unraveled, can change the way we see the world. It seems impossible, but the truth is that throughout history, ordinary people have discovered fortunes simply by looking at stones with a different perspective. 19th century miners were unknowingly stepping on diamonds in Africa. And did you know something similar could happen in your own backyard? Imagine if, instead of simply walking around, you began to see every stone as a possibility for discovery. What seems insignificant can be the key to something extraordinary. It's no exaggeration. It's just a matter of knowing where and how to look. In this video, we'll learn how to identify these precious stones and, who knows, find a true fortune hidden right under your feet. Stay tuned. What you learn here could transform your perspective on the world around you. Science shows us that many of the seemingly ordinary stones we find in our garden have a complex history and often hold something far more precious than we imagine. Rocks like quartz and calcite, for example, are much more than simple pieces of stone. They can, over time, conceal deposits of precious minerals, including diamonds. Scientists have discovered that these stones can form over diamond veins, creating a protective layer over what is truly hidden. This phenomenon occurs in many parts of the world, and what appears to be just an unimportant rock can often be the key to finding something valuable. Now, imagine the power you would have by recognizing these characteristics and being able to identify these hidden stones in your own garden. Did you like this discovery? Don't leave yet, because the secret isn't fully revealed. Leave a like and stay with us to learn more about how to find these treasures in your own backyard. Identifying a common rock that might hide something valuable isn't impossible. The key lies in carefully observing the stone's physical and textural characteristics. Quartz, for example, has a glassy appearance and a rigid texture, while calcite is softer and can have a milky or slightly transparent appearance. Volcanic rocks, in turn, can hide rare gemstones like opals or even rubies, which form over thousands of years. The secret lies in the combination of factors: the stone's texture, hardness, and luster. With a trained eye, you can spot these signs and know when a stone is more than it first appears. And if you have the right tools, the identification process becomes even simpler. Curious about where to look for these stones? Don't miss the next step. Keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. When it comes to identifying these rocks, it's essential to have some basic tools. A geologist's hammer, for example, can be used to break up rocks and examine what's inside. A magnifying glass is essential for a closer look at the stone's characteristics, while a mineral guide can help identify different varieties of stones and their respective values. Many of these tools are affordable, and over time, you'll become more adept at recognizing the stones. But the real secret isn't just the tools. It's a keen eye and patience. Finding a gemstone isn't a rushed task, but rather a journey that requires perseverance. Now that you know how to identify stones, get ready for the next step. Leave a like and keep watching to learn how to apply all this in practice. Besides basics, tools, experience will be your greatest ally. The more you practice, the better you'll become at identifying the truly valuable stones. It's not uncommon for ordinary people, such as gardeners and even urban dwellers, to discover precious gemstones by accident. This happens because valuable stones are within everyone's reach, but only those willing to learn and look with a fresh eye can make these discoveries. The important thing is not to rush. The identification process requires calm and precision. Over time, you'll develop a sharper eye, able to identify these treasures more easily. So, ready to get started? Don't stop now. What's next will get you even closer to finding treasure. Like and share with your friends. Now remember that, beyond the technical aspect, constant practice is what will ensure your success. Over time, you'll learn to easily recognize the specific characteristics of the stones that hide riches. And the most interesting thing is that with the right knowledge, you can even begin to map the areas where precious stones are most likely to appear. A simple walk in your garden can turn into a true journey of discovery, and your patience will be rewarded. Curious about how to apply all this? The next step will surprise you. Don't miss it. To begin your search for gemstones, it's essential to know where to look and how to identify common stones that may hide riches. One of the best places to begin your journey is gardens, backyards, and construction sites. This is because these areas are often less crowded and are more likely to contain stones that, over the years, may have formed or been deposited by natural forces. When examining these stones, look for specific characteristics, such as luster, hardness, and texture. Rocks, like quartz and calcite, which are more common, may be disguised as simple stones, but they possess characteristics that, upon closer inspection, can reveal something surprising. Look closely at each stone. The secret is in the details. Now that you know where to look, let's talk about how to properly observe rocks. When you find an interesting rock, use simple tools like a magnifying glass to examine its texture more closely. Check for any unusual shine, which could indicate the presence of precious minerals. If the stone is very hard, it could be a good indication that there's something more valuable inside. A geologist's hammer can also be useful for breaking up rocks and revealing what's hidden. However, always keep in mind that patience is crucial in this process. Rushing can lead you to discard stones that, at first glance, seemed simple, but upon closer inspection, could turn out to be true treasures. The key to successful searching is knowing what to do once you've found the stones. If you're new to minerals, it's essential to start with a mineral guide. These guides are easily found at hardware stores or even online. They'll help you identify the different stones and what they might be hiding. Additionally, if you really want to delve deeper, consider investing in a geologist's toolkit, which includes hammers, magnifying glasses, and even a mineral hardness chart. The idea is to have the right tools to explore thoroughly and increase your chances of success. Don't forget to map the areas you've already investigated, so you don't waste time revisiting the same spots. And finally, remember that practice makes perfect. Identifying gemstones in your own garden is a process that requires patience and dedication. By making it a regular practice, you'll begin to spot patterns and better understand how these stones form. In more remote areas, the chance of finding something valuable may be higher, but that doesn't mean you have to leave home. Your garden is a place rich with possibilities. As you hone your eye and use the right tools, you'll begin to uncover ever more riches, and what seemed like just an ordinary piece of stone will transform into a true treasure. Did you like these tips? Like the video and share in the comments if you're ready to begin your journey of discovery. As you expand your search for gemstones, you realize the possibilities are practically endless. It's not just about searching your garden or backyard, but about looking at the world around you with new eyes. Rocks and minerals can be found in a variety of environments, from construction sites to vacant lots, and even along rivers and streams. In many cases, people around the world have discovered unexpected riches in places they never imagined. For example, a miner in Brazil found a large quantity of diamonds while simply gardening on his property. What seemed like a simple and ordinary task turned into a life-changing discovery. The key is to always be aware of your surroundings and know that anywhere there may be something hidden waiting to be found. The world is full of possibilities, and it all depends on how attentive you are to the stones you encounter. But rocks aren't just sources of precious minerals. They also play a symbolic and historical role. Often these stones carry stories that date back centuries of natural and human evolution. As any explorer or miner knows, the true richness of a stone lies not only in what it contains, but in what it represents. Each rock has a story, a connection to the earth and the events that have unfolded over time. Sometimes a stone's value lies in its rarity or the way it formed, not just in what can be extracted from it. When you begin to view the rocks and minerals around you, not only through the eyes of those seeking riches, but also as those observing the testimonies of the past, you begin to realize how fascinating and valuable the world that lies within your reach can be. How many times have you passed a rock in your path and never imagined what it could truly mean? Sometimes, the greatest riches are hidden in the simplest things, like a pebble that, when examined closely, reveals something extraordinary. This goes beyond the stones in the garden. It's about realizing the value in the small things around us, which we often overlook out of haste or distraction. What if everything you seek, be it success, peace, or fulfillment, was right beneath your feet? True wealth lies in learning to see what most people fail to see, the hidden potential in everyday situations. It's not just about finding gems, but about developing a deeper insight into life. By understanding that the simple can be extraordinary, you begin to perceive the beauty in what surrounds you, and more importantly, you learn to appreciate the journey that leads you to these treasures. This is more than mining. It's about learning to see beyond the surface. Now that you know how to identify these gemstones, it's time to put your knowledge into practice. Don't miss this video without taking the first step toward a new way of seeing the world around you. Comment below, "I see the signs," if you are ready to begin your journey of discovery and share this experience with others. Plus, to help you even more, download my free ebook with a complete guide to identifying the most valuable rocks in your garden. You'll be surprised at what's within your reach. Like and share with your curious friends and subscribe to the channel. To continue learning more about how to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, Let's discover together the hidden riches right around us. Now that you've learned how to identify gemstones in your own garden, what seemed simple may have turned into something extraordinary. But what comes next? In the next video, I'll show you how a seemingly ordinary rock can hold the key to finding hidden rubies. You'll be amazed at what nature has yet to reveal. Stay tuned, because the real discovery is just beginning. See you later, gem hunter.